Okay, this first piece is about my father's Puerto Rican experience in New York. So I will begin. I gotta take off my glasses. Maybe. Take everything off. If you do it first, me, guys. Don't tempt me. Wow. At the age of 18, in the year 1949, Dad arrived in New York. The people from Operation Bootstrap told him all would be fine. Then at night he went to school to learn the language of the land, and during the day he toiled, washing dishes by hand. He joined the army as soon as he was able, figuring it would be an honorable way to put food on the table. It was soon thereafter that he was sent to Salt Lake City, where he couldn't bring his wife. You know, what a pity. You see, she was a morena, and he was white. And 1949 Salt Lake City, that wasn't right. So he left the army to continue his life. The choice was simple, them or his morena wife. His faith unwavered. He worked at a store for 12 hours a day, which didn't leave much time for the family to say. His faith began to diminish on that fateful day in Dallas, when they assassinated John with undue malice. As those bullets pierced the president's brain, the hopes of many minorities went down the drain. Dad always believed John would make things right. Now for many years in Vietnam, most of the poor would fight. When Martin, Malcolm, and Bobby were also cut down, so were the dreams of the many who lived in my town. As our household grew, the less we had, although growing up in a large family really wasn't bad. There was always drama, and sometimes we weren't speaking. But I guess that comes with being Puerto Rican.
As well.
I grew older, and one day, to me, this story was told. It was on that day that I realized my father was old. He said, "They told me to come. The streets are paved with gold." I never imagined life could be so cold. So I asked him, "You came here, so your wallet could be bigger?" He answered, "No, son. I'm here because Big Brother needed a brand new nigga."
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. This next piece is about the last 5 minutes of Amadou Diallo's life. Coming home to the boogie down, the only place I could afford in this town. It was dark and lonely, but I wasn't scared. It's the time I came home after selling my wares. I saw them coming from the corner of my eye. The four were stalking. I don't know why. I knew from their faces they weren't from my hood, so I increased my pace as much as I could. They were the hunters, and I was the prey. I prayed to God, "Please let me live this day." When I approached my home, I breathed a sigh of relief. I worked hard all day. I didn't want no beef. Arriving at my door, my heart was racing. They yelled halt while quickly pacing. I reached for my wallet to clarify the mess, but it was much too late. Bullets flying, penetrating my flesh. Rising above the vestibule, I could see my body in a bloody pool. Bullets still flying, total 41. This is not the first time. I'm not the only one. Baez, Griffiths, and now me too. Our mother's hearts are torn in two. My God, why? It's not my time. I just came from the motherland trying to make this dime. I wanted a wife, children, you know what I mean. Trying to realize this great American dream. I was a tired and hungry who yearned to breathe free, but all they did was take my life from me. The cries for justice around the world were heard, but the judge presiding would not hear their words. No matter how strongly my people were committed, the four confused killers were going to be acquitted. Confused that the color of my skin determined the business that I must have been in. This ain't no jungle, nor they on a safari. Still they hunt us down like we are their quarry. Victim of the one who committed the crime, for my death, he won't do no time. What happened to me can happen to your child, because they let those killers on the street run wild. Chango Tabeni, Chango Tabeni, Chango Tabeni. Thank you.
Next up,